Mr. Thomas, I am going to do your biopsychosocial. It's just simply getting some information about you. I'm going to be asking you a bunch of questions. If at any time you feel like you need a break, just let me know because it is kind of a lengthy process.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go down through this and I will be annotating some things while I'm doing it. And just answer the questions the best that you can.
All right.
All right. What is your current living situation?
Well, I am married, but due to my situation, my addiction here, I've kind of been asked to live somewhere else temporarily, so I've been staying in a motel. My wife and I decided it's probably best if I kind of separate myself from that environment temporarily, maybe so I can find some treatment or some help, which is kind of why I'm here now, because we need to move forward and clear my head and kind of reboot. So,
Okay.
hotel at the moment.
Right. All right, I'll write that here. Right here. Hotel. All right. Are you employed?
Yes.
Are you working right now?
No. I drink. That's my problem. It's interfering with work, so I'm kind of on a leave of absence, we'll say.
Understand.
So I am employed, just not currently working. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
it's complicated.
Okay.
They're basically giving me a chance. They say if I can successfully complete a treatment program, my job will be there on the other end. So that's kind of some more light at the end of the tunnel.
That's a blessing.
Yeah,
that
it
is a blessing.
So it's more
If
encouragement.
they'll
to do
work
this.
with you, that's really good.
Yeah.
That gives you all the more reason to make this happen.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what your reason is for your referral here?
Yeah.
Primarily it's alcoholism.
Yeah, it started as just kind of a weekend thing, and then the frequency kind of increased, the amount increased to where now it's sometimes it's every day during the week. Sometimes it's not even when I get home. It might be on the way home. Weekends, gosh, it gets to the point where I basically just black out. I lose track of time, days.
Right.
Sometimes it's Monday
Don't
and I
remember what
don't
you
even
did the
realize
night
what
before.
has happened.
Right.
Of course, I hear about it, but I'm not coherent. I don't know what's going on.
Your wife's just had it.
It's excessive. It's
I
showing up at
understand.
work. They're noticing flaws and errors. So yeah, it's too much.
All right. All right, I'm gonna write on here that the client stated that he's suffering from blackouts while drinking. The client states that he drinks every weekend and sometimes during the week. He states that nearly every time he drinks he gets intoxicated and cannot remember what happens the rest of the night. The client states that his drinking has caused marital problems and he's been suspended from work in order to attend treatment. Okay, I'm going to go through a list of things now that are problems that you may be experiencing. If you are, I'll ask you how severe it is and what the duration, and if it's not something that's a problem for you, then just say no.
Okay.
All right, have you had any aggressive behavior?
No, it's usually the opposite. I just black out. I just turn off. So really no.
Well, we know you have alcohol abuse. I have to put that one down. I'm putting that down as chronic And you stated that you drink every weekend, and it's getting to the point where you're drinking all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Would you say that you're dependent on alcohol?
It's probably coming to that. Yeah. Of course.
All right.
Of course, I don't think I do, but obviously there is.
Right.
It's there. You know.
Right. Well, it's good that you understand that.
Yeah, it's there.
All right. Do you have problems with anxiety?
No, I don't think so. No.
Avoidant behavior?
Maybe some. Yeah. I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. I mean it.
Just periodic?
Yeah, it's not
All right.
severe, I don't think,
All
but yeah.
Okay. How about depression? You suffering any depression?
Some. Obviously, the trouble between the wife and I is not pleasant.
So when things go wrong,
Yeah,
and
it just
that's
just
to
makes
be
it easy to-
expected. Right. Right.
get out of control.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have difficulty getting along with family members other than your wife?
Some, because it causes tension. I'm not there, even when I am there. I'm not much help.
Right. Okay.
So evenings and weekends when I trail off, she's having to do everything, or we're relying on family members to pick up the slack, and it's tense. Yeah.
Okay. How have you been eating?
I've been drinking it.
That's what I figured. Okay.
You know.
I'll put that as a constant eating problem. Have you had any hallucinations? It's just primarily blackout. Don't remember.
I mean, up until the point, and then it's just, it might be 2 hours, 4 hours, it might be the whole night.
Right. I
So,
got you.
No.
Some of these are kind of confusing. Do you have any identity conflict? Do you get
No.
confused of your role at work or at home?
No, I just am distracted, maybe, because I'm just counting the time to when I can get to the truck and
Right.
drink,
right.
or next bar, or how quickly I can get home and avoid everybody and just, disappear. So no, I know what I'm doing. It's just,
Well, it's good that
it's
you
got a
know
hold
that.
on me,
It's good that you know that. All right. We've already stated that you have some memory impairment.
Yeah.
Do you have any memory loss other than from drinking?
I feel like there might be, I don't know what it would be exactly, but they're noticing it at work.
Okay.
I don't know if it's just because of the not
Is it
eating,
periodic?
or the hangover maybe, or
Right.
it's carelessness. I don't know what you want to attribute it to, but they're noticing things at work. So I don't know if it's necessarily that I've forgotten them, or if it's just
Right.
I'm not thinking about them. I don't know.
Okay.
So there's
Okay.
something going on there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put it down.
As a matter of fact, it was in one of my behavioral things here that they gave me from work. It's they're noticing odd behavior, so I mean it's something there. Yeah, sure.
Well, if they're seeing it, it's probably there.
Yeah.
So, memory impairment. Do you ever have panic attacks?
No. Like I said, the anxiety and stuff like that, that's not there. I just don't care really. So I mean,
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What about sleep disturbance? Of course, you don't remember when you've been drinking. What about when you're not drinking?
It's I'm restless. It's probably because I haven't had enough to drink, and it's probably like whatever you call that. Where I want or feel like I need it.
Right.
So I feel like
kind of obsessed with it.
that, or whatever you call that. Kind of like where you're fiending for it or something, maybe.
Right. Cravings.
Yeah.
Just serious cravings.
So yeah, like in the middle of the night, I'll wake up and there might be some. Of course, my throat's real dry. You can hear it now. It's kind of got it. I haven't had anything today, so I'm kind of feeling that way.
Do you need some water?
Like
Would you like water? I got
like
water
maybe
here.
something but sometimes that'll happen at night if I haven't had, you know, a lot to drink or something.
Right.
So yeah, it causes sleep problems.
All right. I'll put that down too. Okay, we're almost through with it now. I've just got a couple more here. Would you say that you're under a lot of stress?
Yeah, because the worry creates stress. You know, worry about home life. I'm glad they're giving me an opportunity here from work to come and do this. So of course I'm still worried about that because can I make it through the class? Can I, you know,
Right.
yeah, it's there. Yeah, there's a lot of stress.
All right. Have you ever thought about suicide?
No, I usually just drink it away.
Good.
Not suicidal thoughts, just the stress and the problems.
Have you ever attempted suicide?
No,
Good.
I mean they probably feel that way when I black out, but that's not my intent. It's just
Right. Good.
everything
Good.
disappears whenever I drink, so I just keep going with it.
Well, that's good.
You know.
Do you ever have any desire to hurt anyone?
No, I mean
To where you would actually think you might?
I don't think
act
so.
on it?
I've been told that I get mouthy, maybe, you know, but I don't act out on it. You know,
Right.
I'll get mouthy and probably abusive language, but I don't. Nobody's ever said about acting on it. So
Right.
yeah, I get mouthy, but not
Okay.
physically.
Good.
So
I'll put down somewhat verbally aggressive. I've got you down for stress, problems with the spouse. Of course, the problems are caused by substance abuse. Would you say you have poor self-esteem?
yeah, I do because it just all this, and it's kind of hand in hand.
Right.
The one causes the other, and then we're right back there again. It's like a loop.
Right.
You know, so yeah, that's probably the root of it.
Irritable mood
Yeah, it kind of comes with that. It's not,
when you're not drinking.
yeah, because I'm detoxing or
I
whatever they
understand.
call it, and from the night before, so about midday, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of a bear then, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where you're it's just affecting your life
Yeah,
all the way
and that's
through.
usually what these complaints are from work is sometimes lunchtime as far as I can go, and you know, late sometimes, and that's kind of, you know,
Right.
yeah.
All right. Well, we're done with those. I'm just going to go through a list of stressors, and you just answer yes or no, and we'll try to get through it fairly quickly. I apologize for this taking so long, but it's a lot of information. Do you ever get stressed over your anticipated retirement?
No, I just worry about week to week. I don't even think that far because problems with this, they, you know, of course, being fired or let go is worrisome enough to
Right.
not even think about retirement. So,
Okay. What about arrest or bankruptcy?
yeah, because the drinking, it got me, and of course, you know, you get a DUI and that's instant
Okay.
arrest, and my spending on this has caused problems. My missing work has caused problems, you know, because if I don't punch the clock, I don't get paid. So
Right.
when I'm late or leave early, yeah,
Right.
the money's
Right.
there. I mean, if I stop at a bar, of course, it costs twice as much to drink there, and then somebody's usually having to get me home, or yeah, there's money problems, and
Okay.
you know, it's not good.
All right. I know you're stressed over your relationship and changing residence, changing employment. Do you worry about chronic illness? You
No.
seem to be fairly healthy.
Yeah, I mean, besides that, I don't know how my liver is, but
Right.
you know,
Well, we'll get that checked.
day to day stuff,
Right.
yeah, I feel fine. I mean, there's
We'll get you
headaches and
checked out.
stuff, but that's usually because I've had too much or not enough. Nah, it's all screwed up, you know.
Usually with your liver, as long as you make those lifestyle changes, then you won't have to worry about that
Yeah.
as much, you know. But if you continue to drink, then you're definitely going to have liver problems. I see. Let me just run through some of these. Do you worry about death of a child, friend, grandparent, parent, spouse?
The DUI was an eye opener because I worried about. Of course, they like showing those videos of what if.
Right.
What if you'd have ran through the intersection and killed somebody?
Right.
So, not constantly, but yes, I was reminded of that.
Okay.
So, but no, it's not constantly on my mind. But of course, I thought about all those things. You know, how terrible would that be if that was my mother or something?
Right.
When I blew through the light, and you know. So no, I don't have a constant thought, but that was definitely on my mind that night at jail for sure. Because when I came back to, it hit me. I realized, you know, how stupid that was. But
You were lucky.
yeah.
You were lucky. Okay, we're just about done with these. I gotta ask you some kind of personal questions. If you're uncomfortable with any of them, you can just say that you don't want to talk about that
Okay.
or whatever.
Sure.
But have you ever been exposed to sexual abuse?
No. Everybody always tells you that you go to jail, something's gonna happen to you, but
Right.
nobody wants to mess with somebody that's over in the corner puking their guts out. So
Right.
you know, I don't have to worry about that. But
What about anything in your childhood? Any abuse, verbal, mental, sexual, anything of that nature?
of course, back then you were raised differently anyway, so that was normal. I mean, it wasn't excessive, but it was normal. You know,
Right.
to be reprimanded various ways. You know, I wasn't beat, but I knew not to do things.
Right.
You
right.
know, sure.
I understand. Okay. That's got that category. We've got you worried about arrest, difficulty with finances, divorce, job stress, no physical abuse or anything of that nature. So we can move right along here. All right. And those are just questions for me. Have you ever been to treatment before?
Not actual treatment, just like talking to my doctor, because of course it gives me, you know, heartburn, and it's hard for your bowels to adjust because you're
Right.
drinking all 3 meals, it seems like. So besides just those kind of things and hinting at ultimately ending up here, no, this will be the first actual in-house treatment.
All right. Let's see. I need to know if you smoke. Do you use any tobacco products?
Yeah, I smoke. It's usually heavier when I drink. Of course,
Okay.
as a kid, you know, we all thought it would be cool to steal some, sneak out and do it. So I think I feel like I was around 12 or so when I started on it, and yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's there. And then
Do you use any chewing tobacco or snuff?
no, it's just cigarettes and
How much do you smoke?
It can be up to 2 packs a day.
Okay.
I mean, it can
Do
be
you have any-
heavier at times, but
Okay.
you know.
Do you have any health-related problems due
Yeah,
to the
he's
smoking?
the physician that sees me for, you know, well, my family physician or what have you. He says I'm probably on the early stages of COPD already
Okay.
because of it. Yeah. So
Okay.
you know, he's not only hinting at the alcoholism, but the smoking. I'm going to be one of those,
Yeah.
you know, dragging the oxygen around
Be a good
kind
time
of
to
thing.
give it up too. If
So
you can.
you know,
I know it's hard. Have you ever used any drugs?
no,
No smoke any marijuana? or
no,
anything
nothing
to
like that. None of that stuff
Just
ever
like to drink.
ever interested me. It was,
Okay.
you know, just run of the mill stuff, whiskey usually.
Right.
You know, like hard things. Not much beer, so
Right.
it's kind of a waste of time.
Well, that's
really.
good.
But
That's good. You know, at least you only have the one thing to,
Yeah.
to deal with.
yeah,
Do Do you have any medical conditions that we need to know about, like high blood pressure, diabetes?
No, I'm sure that the blood pressure is high, but it's probably just a result from all this, the stress and.
What about any diseases? Have you had
No, we've been married 20 years. And
it's anything to that nature?
No, I've been with her 20 years, and
Okay.
matter of fact, I've never even thought about doing something like that. And most times, we can't even get intimate because I drink so much that
Right.
things don't work anyway. So
Right. I understand. Let's see. Okay, I'll fill that out when you don't have to be a part of that. History. Your race, be white.
Mm-hmm.
Sexual orientation, heterosexual.
Yeah. I'm a
Oh,
one woman kind of guy.
Okay. Would you identify as a male?
Yes.
Do you have any religious,
No, I don't.
spiritual aspects to your life?
No, I, that's another thing they tell me that I should do is get back to church, but I've drifted so far away from all that I'd be lying to tell you. So
Right.
I
Did
was
you
raised
believe?
Baptist, so
You were.
and I was
Okay.
baptized, and I was on the right path, but
Right.
I went my own way because I thought I knew better, and I'd be lying to you if I said I was one or the other. So at
Right,
this
I
time,
understand.
I'm just floating. So.
I will just put down here no preference, and you can address that if you
Yeah.
want to at a later time. That's not a problem. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna ask you some questions about your mother. About your family. I'm sorry, not just your mother, but is your mother still living? Your parents still living?
Yes.
Okay, what is your mother's name?
Margie,
Okay. What was her education level?
high school.
All right. What was your father's name?
Fred,
What was his educational
same.
level?
Just
Same high school?
Yeah, back then you just went long enough to go to work, and then you went to work. So
How old are your parents?
my mother is 65, and my father is 66.
Okay. How long have they been married? What year did they get married?
Since I want to say 1976. If not,
Okay.
that's pretty close. So
Okay. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
no,
None?
only child. So
All right. We're gonna put down here. Client states that he has that he has no siblings. His mother and father are married. Can you describe the relationship that you have with your parents? Is it
it's good. Of course, I don't go or do anything much because I just come home and pass out. But
You don't see them very often.
I don't. There's no bad feelings there other than wishing I'd clean up. But I
Right,
mean,
right. Do you think that the fact that you've been drinking so much affects their desire to see you?
maybe not that. It just worries them because it's not like it was a bad childhood or a bad.
Right.
It's all good there. So I mean, they're just worried and maybe feeling blame, maybe feeling like maybe they could have done more, and it's really not that at all.
Okay.
But I'm sure there's some worry there.
All right. Well, Zach, you'll probably be able to patch that up if you can just stop that drinking.
That's on my list.
A lot of times people won't come out and actually tell you, but
Yeah.
it can be hard to.
Well, it's on my
have a
mind.
family
I know
member
I
that's
need
an
to,
alcoholic.
because you never know. You blink an eye and they'll be gone, and
Right.
look what you've wasted.
Right.
So
Life is short. It really is. Okay. Has anyone in your family had any issues with substance abuse?
No, and I think getting back to that, that's kind of where they feel bad because they're married and live together and healthy, and
They don't understand.
they're just confused, I guess,
Okay.
because they're just never, even growing up, there was nothing, no addictions, just nothing, just
Right.
normal people.
What about any family history of mental illness,
No, nothing like that.
suicide,
Mm-mm.
any violence?
No.
Okay, got those covered. How far did you make it in school? What was your highest grade level?
High school also.
High school.
Yeah, where I worked at, they didn't need any of that. So
How old were you when you started school, first grade?
let's see, I would have been six. Yeah,
6.
6.
Okay. All right. Did you have any problems in school? Any health problems, learning problems?
No.
Anything that you had to see the counselor for, or anything of that effect?
No, really not. Just normal kid. I mean, I didn't really stand out, but I wasn't
Right.
the problem either. So I was just in
Okay.
that happy medium,
Okay.
Just coasted right through, really.
All right. We're almost done. We got a couple more here to go through. Some of these I can answer by what you've already told me. Your marital status is separated.
Mm-hmm.
We put in client is married, but is separated due to his wife asking him to leave because of his drinking. How would you rate your marriage?
Well, there's a lot of trouble. So,
I understand.
I mean, it was ultimatum time: get fixed or get out.
Right,
So I got out first, but I know I need to get fixed. So
right.
there's trouble.
There's always a
Yeah.
possibility of repair.
I don't think it's over, but I know it's trouble. So,
Were you ever married before? Is this your first marriage?
now we've been married 20 years,
Okay.
and for the most part it's been good, but it just everybody has problems.
Right.
So
Do you have any children?
no,
Okay. All right. Have you ever served in the military?
no,
No. Do you have any legal issues?
no, nothing. DUI came and went, but
Okay.
that was the only one.
You
So
don't
that's
have
good.
anything pressing right
no,
now?
nothing's on the shelf or anything like that. DUI, I did what I had to do, and it's
That's
done.
good.
So,
All right. So I'm assuming that you don't have a parole or probation officer?
no,
Okay,
nothing like
good.
that.
All right. Were you ever in juvenile detention or anything when you were young?
No troubles back then.
All right, good. Well, okay, that's all of the information that I need to put in, and the rest of it I can take. I don't need you here to fill
Sure.
that out, but I appreciate your honesty, and if you just work at this, I know that it can get better. I can tell you that from previous experience, and you'll have to work at it, and if you're willing and commit to it, then it'll all work out, and your life will start getting back to normal.
I mean, I got people out there, so it's all on me now.
Right.
Everybody's waiting. They got me on hold, but
Right.
nobody's give up yet, so that's good. That's
Well,
real
I can
good.
see that your attitude is good, and you do have some assets. Your job. It's not everyone
Nothing's
that
over.
comes through here.
So I still have a chance, and I'm
That's
gonna try to
good.
make the best of it. My work's waiting,
They
my
see-
wife's waiting, so I want to make this happen. So
Oh, good.
I feel good about it.
All
It's
right.
time.
Good. I think everything's going to work out for you. Just put your time in, and I appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
if you need me, you can ask one of the RAs to get a hold of me, and I'll be more than willing to talk some more.
Okay.
And come next week, we'll do a progress note and just attend your groups like you have been, and everything will start to get better.
Sounds good. I appreciate
you.
your time. Thanks.
All right, bye now.